Today is day 2, surviving in our mud hole. We got a fire! This is the future. I think Jake's lost it.
Hey yo, what's going on everyone? It's Papa Jake and welcome back to a brand new video. And we are back standing outside our massive mud fort, which we have been working on tirelessly.
Today Jake wants to survive 24 hours in our mud hole.
I hadn't gotten to that part yet, but yes, today we are gonna be surviving 24 hours inside our mud fort. You guys have been absolutely loving the mud fort, leaving tons of comments on what we should add, what we should do with it. And today I decided that to put it to the test, we would survive 24 hours in it. Not only will we work on building the mud fort, but we'll also get to experience what it's like living an entire day inside of it. So the mud fort is just beside our pond here, and we actually started this after we found Megalodon bones in our backyard. And because I wanted to continue searching underground to see if there were any more ancient civilizations, maybe even structures underground, I decided to build this into a fort. And it was a smart idea because our house got taken over by the stranger. And this is the exact location where the first monster stone was found by the agency. So what we've been working on is making this not only a super awesome and cool place, but also a very safe place, which is why one of the first things we added was a massive moat. This moat spans around the entire mud fort, and not only does it protect us with water, it's also super deep. So if you fall in, you can't really get out really well, which is why we've got these drawbridges. You can easily get to and from across the moat, and at night you can pull it up and nobody's getting through. This is the exterior of the mud fort, and as you can see, we've got some fencing. We've also got this hole here because we might make a mud koozie. You can't have a mud fort without a mud koozie.
We're gonna spend 24 hours here. I think I might have to put a dock down there.
Although our pond is filled with, well, the pond monster, there's also fish in it, so maybe we could cook up a fish on the fire.
That would be a pretty good dinner.
It would be.
You know what though, if we're gonna have dinner, I'm gonna also need to put a table inside the mud fort. We have nowhere to eat.
That's very true. We will definitely need a table inside the mud fort. Over here, we've got this secondary bridge to walk across the moat. We've got the hose going here. We can use the hose not only for actually like building, but also to keep filling our moat up with water. And as you guys can see, it's getting pretty high. And now to enter into the mud fort. The king of the mud fort!
Bow down to me, Jake.
I won't bow down to Logan, but what I will say is he actually did a pretty good job making a fire pit. This actually looks like someone legitimately made this out of bricks.
Jake, this isn't just a fire pit. This is a Grillmaster 5000. We got the brick oven, we got ventilation, and we're not done yet. We're just getting started. This is gonna be a luxury kitchen item.
Also guys, if you didn't see in the last video, we showed it off, but because it's daytime, we pulled it back. But our mud fort does have a roof, so if it does start raining or it gets dark and we want to be safe and free of bugs, we actually pull the roof across the entire mud fort, and it's really super cool and cozy. You'll probably see that when we go to bed.
Mudfort!
And yeah, leave a hashtag mudfort if you love this mud fort. Oh, also check out this flooring. At first I was like, I don't even know if it's worth putting in, but now that we've had a couple days of rain, this thing is legit. All the water drains underneath it, all the excess mud drains underneath it, and you've got a perfectly cozy place to walk around the fort. Pretty cool. Now before we get started on some of the awesome projects today, I do want to remind you guys, if you are new or if you're returning, do not forget to smack that like button. Let's try and get as many likes on this video if you guys want us to continue building this mud fort, continue digging, maybe even make some tunnels, even though Logan says we're not allowed to make tunnels. He says they're too dangerous.
Don't talk about building tunnels again.
I didn't even mention tunnels, man.
I know you were talking
I didn't mention tunnels. I just said that tunnels would be really cool to add to the mud fort.
Jake, the thing about tunnels are they're dangerous, especially mud tunnels. Those things can collapse, and there could be miner moles, a creature that you don't want to run into. Do you know what a miner mole is, Jake?
I don't know what a miner mole is, Logan.
Dude, come here. Look at this. Do you see this?
That is not the pond monster. That's way too big for the pond monster. Something was walking this way. Something tall.
Like a tall person?
That's exactly why we need to put as much effort as we can to making this mud fort not only super cozy, but also super safe, like the moat.
Mud bricks. You combine dirt, water, and hey, this is a mud brick. We should get a mud factory.
That's actually not a bad idea. The sun's out, it's super hot out. Making mud bricks is a super good way to start building stuff. I didn't get to finish, but if you guys want us to make tunnels, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, hit that bell button so you never miss a brand new video.
Why don't you start thinking more about mud bricks and less about building mud tunnels?
I mean, one of the things I do want to work on is the lookout tower, because that's actually going to add a lot of safety to our fort, having a proper lookout tower. And I do want to do just some overall upgrades around the fort. I also want to take a look behind in the forest here because, as you guys know, there's tons of old trash that have been left behind, and I think a lot of it can be used on the fort before we start expanding it.
If we're spending 24 hours inside the mud fort, we're gonna need food. So my top priority right now is to get this kitchen up and running. Since it rained, we have a lot of cleanup to do. I gotta fix this ventilation system, and we gotta attach a grill onto our oven.
If there's gonna be food, you need a table to eat it. So I'm gonna start carving out into our mud fort an area to put our table.
We have so much space to have beds right here. I was thinking someone could take the top bunk up here, and then 2 of us could have beds right here.
When can we buy an air conditioner for the mud fort?
Jake, if you want air conditioning, why don't you just go up to our house?
We're not going home, Logan. We're living in the mud. We're living in the mud until people tell us to stop living in the mud. So you better be prepared to live in snow mud, because winter's coming, Logan.
Oh, Phil, this is a very wiggly bench.
We're living in a dirt hole, Logan. There's only so luxurious we can get. So once we install the bench into the fort, we'll know exactly what height to put the table at.
Right in the middle of our walkway, Phil. The bench can't go there. Guys, there are crazy insects inside our mud fort. Jake, what is this thing? This is a really big spider.
Logan, you're gonna have to deal with those. That's what comes with having a mud fort.
Right now we're working on the kitchen. We're just about done clearing out this grill master, and then we're gonna assemble the kitchen. We got ourselves a grill, which once we get here, we'll make a beautiful fire, get it nice and hot, and then we can cook ourselves some dinner. Fire pit is all cleaned up. Now it's time to figure out how to attach the grill. It doesn't quite fit. So I'm gonna try and make this contraption where we can fit the grill on these metal bars. All right. Looks like we got ourselves a grill. I need some highly concentrated mud, kind of like cement. So we're gonna take this water, we take the dirt, we bring it over to the cement mixer, or should I say the mud mixer, and we start mixing it around. Look at that mud. That is some premium mud. We're gonna use our mud to solidify our Grillmaster 5000.
Give that a couple hours in this heat, it'll harden right up.
Now we just gotta add our exhaust.
So what I've been working on might not seem like a whole lot on the surface, but it's actually really important for the security of our fort. So if you guys remember, we have the entrance to our mud fort here, which Phil's been doing a great job at turning into, well, a table mixed with a bench, but that's besides the point. We obviously have this whole system of wires surrounding our fort, keeping anything outside. This goes for animals, but also monsters. Now, I wanted to make a walkway around here so that we could look out and easily walk around the entire exterior of the fort with also still being on the inside of the wire and being safe. So I went ahead and I made these stairs here, which go up to a nice, perfectly carved out walkway. It's still got to harden a little bit so that this actually stays in. Hey, Logan.
That's where the fire will be, so you'll have a perfect view of that. Oh, I guess you might walk by the exhaust.
Didn't really think of that. If you come up here though, you actually come up to this new area where I've gone ahead and I've cut the wires and made them into this new kind of bridge here. I still haven't put them on this side, but if you walk across this bridge, we have our epic lookout, which is extremely tall. I don't know if it looks that tall on camera. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'm like 6 feet off the ground. That would be a far fall to jump down. And I can see here, I made use out of these old, I don't know, bed boards that we found inside the woods. They're not really gonna stop you from falling, but at least it'll remind you not to walk off the edge of this. And then over here, you can see the moat, and you've got a perfect view of the pond. All I need to do now is finish up this area with a little bit more of the security wire, and then I'm gonna start working on the mud factory, because as you might have seen, Logan needs a ton of mud cement, and I happen to be an expert when it comes to mud cement. After spending all this time in the sun, I am absolutely cooked. Woo! That's cold! I already feel a lot better. We should totally make a mud pool.
If we're gonna be sleeping here, we're definitely gonna need a shower and a bathroom.
I'm gonna take a little break from being directly in the sun because I'm actually gonna work on something that Logan's done, but he's not doing it exactly how it should be done. I'm gonna show him how you make mud cement, or as I like to call it, mud ment. Now the key to mud ment is having the perfect ratio of mud, but not only mud, hay, to make sure that you can actually make this stuff so that when it hardens, it is literally as strong as brick, if not stronger. In order to see if I've got the ratio down correctly, we need to test it out. So before we start using this on our fort, and there is tons of ways we can use it.
I think Jake's lost it.
Logan, I am telling you, this is the future, and I'm gonna prove it. And how I'm gonna do that is using this. For this experiment, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a mud axe, because why not? So we're gonna push the stick very hard into the mud ment, and we're basically just gonna wrap it over like this. So you can see here, molding a bit of an axe.
If Jake actually makes a mud axe, I will be very impressed.
Oh, you're about to be very impressed, Logan, because we let this bake here for honestly less than an hour. It's so hot. This mud axe is going to look amazing and be way stronger than you believe. Oh, wow, it kind of burns.
All right, guys, I've got my bench up top at the top of the mountain, and now it is time to use the hose. Help me build a staircase. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but we are gonna try. There we go.
It's actually pretty good steps you built there.
Whoa, where do you think you're going? You gotta let it dry.
Okay, looks pretty good, Phil, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Plus,
yeah.
with the tarp over it, that'll be a perfect spot to sit or even sleep. Also, Logan, I love how your fire pit's looking and your use of mud cement is beautiful. Not exactly the kind that makes super strong axes like mine, but
Dude, check out the detail on the mud cement holding together the Grillmaster 5000.
I cannot wait to eat, and I am getting very hungry. Okay, well, before we get to any more building and maybe even fishing, which Phil, you said you'd make me a dock.
That's the next thing on Phil's bucket list for this 24-hour challenge.
This mud fort is starting to take shape. We have stairs coming down, we have the Grandmaster throne.
And now that we're learning how to use mud cement or mud cement, we can actually do way crazier stuff. I had this idea, it just popped into my head. It might be the heat. What if we made a 2-story mud fort?
Jake, that is physically impossible. It defies the laws of physics. There's no way we could build a 2-story mud fort.
They said it about box forts. They said we couldn't build a 2-story box fort. Then we built a 2-story box fort.
No.
That's fine.
No.
That's actually fine.
It's not. It's not.
Oh, it's fine.
No, it's not. You're gonna ruin it.
I promise.
You're gonna ruin it.
This bench does not feel safe.
You gotta
though.
sit back in it. You gotta really get back there, you know?
Maybe you should have put some mud on the base of the bench.
Yeah.
Yo, it actually works.
Check it out.
The mud fort is looking sweet. Speaking of which, it's already been a little bit of time. Why don't we go check on my version of the mud cement and see how my axe is looking? I made a mud axe, brother.
Dude, that is insane.
Check it out.
Jake just made a mud axe.
Check it out. I told you the perfect way to make mud cement so that it hardens as strong as real cement is like a cement axe, and it's actually very heavy. So what do you say? Should we harden your oven?
The Grillmaster 5000, 100%. Got a fire.
Okay, Logan, it's good. Check it out. We just sped up the process of your mud hardening. Oh yeah.
Dude.
That's solid. Could have used some hay like mine for extra structural strength, but that looks pretty good.
That is solid. It is fully hardened. These are not going anywhere.
So now that we know how we can actually use mud to start building our fort and adding even more features, I think it means that we can upgrade things beyond what we first thought we could. I mean, we could even build 2 stories on this fort. But I've got to stay in line here because we are doing a 24-hour challenge and we are going to be sleeping here tonight. And with the sun going down soon, one of the things we're going to need to do is get food. And since we're out here, it means that getting food for us means getting it the old-fashioned way, fishing.
Are you not forgetting there's a pond monster in there, Jake?
I know there's a pond monster, Logan, but we also know that there is a fully fledged ecosystem in there. Plus, the pond monster during the day is usually not active, and we've got an easy and convenient way to get in and out. We built our own dock. I'm gonna go down there, catch a couple fish.
There is no way I'm eating fish out of that pond, Jake. Absolutely not. I will sleep in the mud fort, but I will not eat pond fish.
Now we have my fishing rod, and it's time to get some food. Logan doesn't believe in my fishing skills. All my life, he said that I am not a great fisherman, but I'll have you know that out of the probably 15 times I've tried to fish on this channel, one time I did catch a fish, and he became our pet. So now, it's time to catch a fish from our pond. And I'm hoping it's not mutated.
And if it is,
We still eat it. Now, the dock still needs a lot of work. It's
pretty dirty, Jake.
yeah, it's not exactly the perfect dock. We still gotta put some wood down, and we still gotta make this thing more solid. But for fishing, it should serve its purpose. If we run into the pond monster, I can easily just run away. Here goes nothing. All right.
All right.
Not too far, but that's okay.
We have officially cast our first fishing rod.
Now it's time to get ourselves a fish.
I have to say, Jake, this is a disgusting idea. We are not eating fish out of this pond.
Oh, you're not getting away from me that easy. This is gonna be it for dinner. We're gonna have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Whoa, look at it! Wait, Jake, what is that?
Some sort of massive giant fish. Get the net! That's an Alabama long neck. That was a stick.
Yeah, it was a stick.
We got the Grillmaster 5000 up and running. Over here we have our small wood, big wood, and we're about to start this fire because we need to get this thing really hot before we can start cooking.
Logan, did you bring any food with you?
I already got us hot dogs and mac and cheese. Time to see what this baby can do. Oh, it's actually burning quite nice, Jake.
Yeah, I mean, having a fire's pretty good. Keeps the monsters away and the bugs.
Is nobody else like really, really hot?
Well, Phil, unfortunately, we can't cook mac and cheese in the sun. And Logan spent a lot of time, arguably too much time, on the fire.
Dude, look how nice this thing is. We're ready to cook.
It's really good. And I mean, everyone does say one of the most important things about survival is having a fire.
It does appear that the flame has gone out.
Rule number 2 of survival, always bring a full thing of lighter fluid. But don't actually try this at home ever.
All right, Jake, work your magic. Okay, maybe that's enough, Jake.
All right, now we get Phil to light this up because I don't want to be within 15 feet of this thing.
Oh, Jake! Okay. Okay, that's...
Oh, it's definitely working!
Yeah, it's definitely working.
Okay, that might be a bit too much heat
I
for mac
think
and
it's
cheese.
working a little too well.
It seems like it's creating a tornado fire.
Jeez, it's really hot.
Maybe you shouldn't have put the wood so close to it, Logan.
What do you think?
Not gonna lie, Logan, you really outdid yourself with this bad boy. And plus, once it gets dark and we've got the tent overhead, I mean, this is gonna keep us safe and cozy all night. Which, by the way, if we're staying here tonight, we need to outfit this fort with a bit of coziness. We need our sleeping bags, we need some chairs, and dare I say, we need some Beyblades.
Might really make this place cozy.
The Grill Master 5000 is cooking. We got the grill going. We're about to cook up some mac and cheese. This is gonna get hot. All right, just gotta boil the water. Today is day 2, surviving in our mud hole. And it's going pretty good. We got ourselves a kitchen and our first bed.
Yeah, this place is coming along and it is looking amazing. Also, as we mentioned so many times throughout this video, guys, if you have any ideas on what we should be building or what we should be adding, be sure to leave a comment down below and do not forget to smack that like button. We are literally out here in 40 degrees Celsius weather, which for all you amazing Americans out there is 110 degrees Fahrenheit. And it is a little hot. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button because we're gonna be staying here for tonight. And I'm actually really excited to show you the next cool feature, which you may have seen if you saw our past video, but we've got a retractable roof. When we put it over top, this place gets way comfier. Also, Phil, those pillows are way too white for a mud fort.
They're gonna start white, but something tells me they'll end a little bit dirty.
Our water's boiling. We got our noodles here. Time to make ourselves some dinner. Dinner's cooking. We got the fort set up. I'm feeling pretty good about night number 2. All right, guys, we're gonna add our cheese to our pasta. Check it out. Look how creamy that is. Got some nice creamy pasta on the way. Creamy craft dinner. Now for my secret ingredient. You ever had a mac and cheese hot dog? Oh yeah. Should we open up a mud restaurant?
All right, let's not get ahead of yourself. I haven't even tried your food yet, but it looks pretty good.
Jake, you want your buns toasted?
Sure.
All right. Toasting the buns.
And guys, look, we've already got the sleeping bags going. We've got my bed, we've got Phil's bed because he's really tiny, so he only needs that. And we've got Logan's bed up here, which, like I said, will all be covered by our tarp. Phil's gone ahead to get some Beyblades, and we're preparing dinner. After dinner, we'll probably have a Beyblade competition. And honestly, with all the heat we've had today and all the building, it's gonna be bedtime pretty quick.
I heard you like your buns toasted. Oh yeah. Dinner is served, my guys.
All right, I am starving. Don't mind if I do.
This is a grilled mac, Phil. Try it out. Oh yeah.
Honestly, pretty good.
I may have outdone myself.
Got one more task to do for the day, and that is to get our tarp on top. It's gonna protect us against the rain, bugs, and also make us feel super cozy.
And just like that, our home for the evening has been complete. And into the final version of the mud fort.
Check it out, guys. We've got the tarp on top. We're safe from the rain, we're safe from the heat, and we're safe from the bugs. We got the fire going, we've had a beautiful dinner, and now it's time for us to chill out, relax, and I think it's a pretty good time for an old Beyblade competition.
After a day like that in the heat, I could sleep right now.
All right, Phil, it's me versus you. You're going down, Phil.
3, 2, 1, let it win.
Let's go, let's go!
What?
Yo, imagine a Beyblade stadium made out of mud.
Okay, now we're talking.
I'm not even joking, that's a great idea. We should make mud everything.
I like it.
Well, seeing as though Logan has a bed up here on the top of the hill, and Jake's got the grand suite for tonight, I will be sleeping on my bench that I built with my own 2 hands.
You didn't build the bench, Phil, you found the bench.
Right, I built the place for the bench.
All right, guys, well, this concludes the very second day in the mud fort. You guys, like I said, have been loving the videos, so be sure to smack that like button, hit the subscribe button, and you do not want to miss the next video because we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep pushing things further. We're gonna keep building, and we're gonna keep living in the mud.
Roll up, call the hotline, come phone up. Yeah, the one down to the shoulder. Stacking up, no folder. Hold up, roll up. Go on, running
We got ourselves a kitchen.
On the town like no luck. I was on the way for the soda. Hold up, roll up, call the hotline, come phone up.